It has been almost 2 years since I have done a comprehensive guide to buying your first pair of raw selvage denim jeans, and for those who don't know or for those who are new to the channel, the entire Alejandro Jomad channel is built off of raw selvage denim jeans, the craft of Japanese raw denim goods, and not just Japanese raw denims but other denims as well, but just anything that ages beautifully over time, heritage Americana staples, and things that kind of bob and weave through trends, as I always say. And while many of you have seen me create these videos in real time week after week after week, I do also want to cater to the new people who are just jumping onto the channel, or for maybe some of you guys who are Googling what you should know when buying your first pair of raw selvage denim jeans guide. And in the past 2 years, I've also learned a lot since that first video that I made, and I've traveled literally over to Japan, and I've been in so many raw selvage denim factories. I've learned so much about fabric, and I think now I have the knowledge and the capabilities to create an even better, more concise video for you guys. So guys, if this is your first foray into the beautiful world of raw selvage denim jeans, welcome on behalf of the community. It is a wonderful feeling to be a part of the raw selvage denim jeans community, but with that, I can say that this subcategory of fashion can be pretty complex, and it can also be very costly, and myself, much like a bunch of other creators who do raw denim content, we don't want you to waste money. And I also don't recommend only watching this video. I also recommend, after watching this video, checking out some other creators that have great videos or great raw selvage denim jeans guides. I'm gonna link them in the description and probably some in the cards as well throughout the video, because the community is not just about me. It's about you guys, it's about other creators, but at the end of the day, it's about the jeans and it's about the personal connection between man and fashion. So that's why I really think it's important to spread love to not just myself, but other creators as well. But with that being said, guys, why don't we get right into every question you should ask yourself before buying your first pair of raw selvage denim jeans. And the first thing that I think is arguably the most important thing is, what kind of denim weight do you guys want? Now, denim weight is a very nuanced thing in and of itself. Typically though, I'm just gonna break it down into the most easy to swallow, easily digestible, and simply understandable kind of rubric. So essentially, denims can weigh anywhere between 8 ounces all the way up to the seemingly impossible 40 ounces per square meter denim weight. But the thing is, there is a reason and there is functionality and utility behind each and every single denim weight. So for example, 8 to about 11 ounces, I would say, is more of like a shirting or a super summer lightweight raw selvage denim. So this is primarily used for shirts, although there are some Japanese and Indonesian brands that will make super lightweight summer weight denims out of these 8 to 11, even 12 ounce raw denims. But the thing is, these are usually not very fast faders. They're very drapey, and they're also usually reserved for more flowier silhouettes, a little bit more straight legs and wide legs. They don't particularly look, at least in my opinion, and a lot of people in the raw denim community, it's a little too fine to be so skinny. I mean, you can get away with a slim, but they're very, very drapey. And then you've got your midweight raw denims, which is like the standard and typically what I like to stick within, anywhere between 12 ounces to about 15, maybe 15 and a half ounces, depending on the weave of the denim, which is even more nuanced, but that's something that's a little advanced. But yeah, the safe rule of thumb is anything between 12 to 15 and a half ounces is pretty much your standard midweight raw selvage denim, pretty much everything that's gonna get you through 3 seasons. Maybe you won't be able to wear these jeans in the summertime. Maybe during the night you could, but it's gonna be a stretch to wear that in the summer, depending on how heavy they are. But this is the pretty much industry standard and considered the standard amongst the raw selvage denim community. It's just the overall best bang for your buck, good fading capability, excellent wearability, great durability. Usually these can dye much darker due to the fact that the yarn is thicker and can hold hold more indigo on the shell of the yarn per se, on the outside of the yarn, because indigo doesn't penetrate the core of the yarn, it just sits on top. So if you have a really super thin fine yarn, it's a little hard to layer indigo over and over and over and over on something that's super lightweight. So that's why mid-weights tend to be a little bit pitchier. And then going into the heavier weights, everything from 16 ounces to about 25 ounces is common, and then anything over 25 ounces is considered a world record breaker and something that you typically cannot find. It is very difficult to find anything past 25 ounces because it will literally hurt you, it will scrape your skin, it will give you bruises, and it will just be unpleasant to wear. Even 25 ounces is a freaking stretch. That stuff is wild, but that is more for the very seasoned denim head, and I wholeheartedly do not recommend anything heavier than 18 ounces for your first pair of raw selvage denim jeans, because it will make you quit if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But anywhere between 16 to 18 ounces, even 21 ounces, Samurai has a very nice 21 ounce denim. These are great winter weight denims, but again, I wouldn't push past the 18 ounce mark myself, just because they can be very aggressive. Granted, the heavier the denim, the faster it seems to fade, and the deeper and higher contrast it seems to fade as well. So yeah, the first thing you want to think about is what kind of denim weight and when am I going to wear these jeans, and what do I want out of the fading? What do I want out of the feel? Typically the lighter weights obviously are going to be softer. The heavier weights are going to be a bit more aggressive, albeit they're going to feel more durable and of course take a heavier beating. The second question that you want to ask yourself is what tint or what cast of denim do you want? And this is something that I feel like is not spoken enough about in the raw denim community, because a lot of manufacturers don't put enough emphasis on it, but it is something that is very important to me. So most denim has kind of like a purplish reddish cast, because 99.9% of the raw selvage denim jeans out there are dyed with synthetic indigo. I believe it is 99 or 95, somewhere around there, percent indigo tin. And for those who don't know, indigo tin is the chemical in indigo dye that gives that bluish kind of character. And then there's natural indigos out there, which are about more 80 to 85% indigo tin, which have a little bit more of a greenish cast because of the impurities. I'm not going to get into the dye science today because that's going to be a separate video in and of itself, but essentially synthetic indigo usually has a bit more of a reddish cast, and natural indigo usually has a bit more of a greenish cast. And the reason is because the impurities in natural indigo give a little bit more of that green. They give a little bit more, I don't want to say depth in the color, but they give a bit more of a heritage style feel, as opposed to synthetic indigo, which definitely feels a lot more modern. And just because the name uses the term synthetic doesn't mean that it's bad. It's not any better or worse than natural indigo. It's just pure indigo tin, and it is just a lot more of a refined indigo color, a lot more of a refined blue or purplish kind of hue to it. And this is ultimately going to change the way that the jeans are going to look more as the jean ages. So I'm going to put up some examples of red casts versus green casts. I also recently did a TikTok showing the difference of green cast versus red cast. I wore a natural indigo shirt with a synthetic indigo pant, and you can see the differences between the two. But that is another question that you want to ask yourself. Of course, there are other casts. I've seen persimmon dyes, which are like kind of orange. I've seen sakura dyes, which are kind of pinkish. There's a bunch of different casts, but the most common is green versus red. Next up, one thing you guys want to keep in mind is the heavier the denim weight, the more you're going to want to size up. You're going to want to understand that the heavier the weight of the denim, the less stretch it's going to have, and it's particularly going to be more uncomfortable in the waist if you get your regular size in anything over 17 or more ounces, because you're not going to have that stretch. Anything under that 17, 16 ounce kind of mark, it's going to give a little bit in the waist, so you'll have a lot more comfort. These heavier weight denims, however, are going to fight you with that. So it is always recommended that you size up if you are getting a heavier weight denim, and typically if you're getting a lighter weight denim, it's going to have a little bit more stretch. You can go true to size with that, but you also also want to make sure that the jeans, whatever jeans you're buying, that you understand, are you getting a Sanforized or Unsanforized pair of jeans? So essentially the Sanforization process is the process of pre-shrinking the denim either when the garment is made, when the denim is still in its fabric stage, and what they do is they basically pump it with steam and hot water and all types of stuff. They singe the denim in order to get all of the shrinkage out, because unsanforized denim can shrink up to 20%. It is freaking crazy. Unsanforized denim, if the description of any jean that you are looking at says it's unsanforized, immediately size up twice. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but the jeans are going to come in 2 sizes bigger, and then they are going to shrink down with a hot wash. I actually have a video of doing unsanforized denim for the first time. I'm going to link it somewhere in the description and in the card as well, but that is going to be another separate video that we're going to talk about. But for your first time, I will recommend that you guys go with either a Sanforized denim or an unsanforized one-wash denim. And again, this is where things get super complicated because the world of raw selvage denim is just beautifully complex. Sanforized raw selvage denim is exactly what you think it is. It's pre-shrunk. You can go true to size as long as you understand your measurements, and from there you're gonna be good. Unsanforized one-wash denim is essentially where they take the raw fabric and they construct the garment, and then they put it through a rinsing process, and what that does is it removes most of the shrinkage, not all of it, but most of the shrinkage in the raw selvage denim jeans, and it brings out the blues a lot more. It brings out a lot of the hairy texture that is otherwise lost in the sanforization process, and this is becoming more of the industry standard nowadays. Typically you can go your regular size with these, but again, you just want to understand your measurements. The next thing that I want to talk about in raw selvage denim jeans buying is that most raw denim jeans are sized by skin measurements and not vanity measurements. What does that mean? So when you go to the mall and you're buying a pair of jeans, typically, I'm going to use myself for example, I am a size 31, but my waist, my skin waist, actually measures a 33. Now, what is the disparity? Essentially, this is called vanity sizing, where the size seemingly is smaller than the skin measurement. You can take any of your store-bought pants and measure them, and you will see exactly what I am talking about. I would in fact be surprised if they weren't vanity sized. But almost all raw selvage denim, whether it's Japanese, American, Indonesian, Chinese, Korean, whatever, wherever it's from, Indian, it is going to be skin sized. Do not, and I repeat, do not buy your mall size jean, because it will be too small on you and it is not going to stretch that much. You want to know what your skin measurement is. For some people it can be a very sensitive topic, I understand, but if you do not understand your skin measurement, then you are going to have a big problem and waste a lot of money when you're buying raw selvage denim jeans. One of the easiest ways to know what size you should be getting for your skin measurement is to take a pair of jeans that fits you around the waist, or any pant for that matter, and measure that waist out. I'm gonna link some measurement guides from some brands as well as creators that I really like, so this way you guys can see exactly how to measure a pair of jeans. I also did one a long time ago, but then of course, from then on, once you finally get your size, you can choose the kind of silhouette that you're looking for, whether it's straight, slim, skinny, wide leg, boot cut, flared, whatever you want. I mean, that, I'm not gonna tell you guys what to buy. That's personal preference. That's taste, and that's the beauty of this world, is that you can get literally whatever you want. There are so many beautifully complex fits. There are so many different types of fits out there that accommodate everybody. Maybe we'll do another video on that at some point, but this is like basically more of the main questions and the main knowledge that you need to know when you're first starting out buying your first pair of raw selvage denim jeans. Now with that, I know a lot of people are going to ask, what brands should I buy from? So I'm just going to give kind of like the Cliff Notes version of a couple of brands that I really recommend, that I love, and I'm just going to do it real quick so this way I don't waste anybody's time. I know this video is probably long as hell already, but let's start off with TCB Jeans. TCB Jeans is a Japanese brand that is one of my personal favorites. I've actually visited their factory before, and their ideology is they want to deliver the highest quality raw Selvedge denim jeans at the lowest possible price while still being able to pay their employees, workers, and craftsmen as much as possible. They are a great brand for starters. They have everything from heritage repro inspired pieces to a little bit more modern pieces as well, and they're just a really great Japanese brand. Another brand that I really love, it's another Japanese brand, it's called Omoto Denim, and Omoto Denim is a brand that utilizes 99.9% indigo tin, synthetic indigo. It is the closest that you will ever get to pure raw indigo when it comes to raw Selvedge denim jeans. These are super pitchy, super blue, and they are also incredibly refined. This is the newest raw Selvedge denim jeans brand from Japan that I know of. They are incredible. I also got to visit them last time I went to Kojima, and Omoto Denim just has a beautifully refined silhouette, whether it's straight, skinny, or even their loose fit. I mean, I've seen them all, I've tried them all, they look amazing, and I recently just got my first pair, and you can watch that review on my channel. I'm gonna link it somewhere. I also really like Full Count Jeans Makers. Again, another Japanese brand, but it is a brand that basically started the idea of using Zimbabwean cotton for raw Selvedge denim, the softest cotton that you can get that is still pretty durable for raw Selvedge denim jeans, or at least one of them. And they pioneered this entire idea, this entire industry of using Zimbabwean cotton for raw Selvedge denim jeans. They also fade a lot more grainy per se, very textured because of the nature of the Zimbabwean cotton. So these are great for anybody who wants more of like a textured fade. Old Blue Co. is a great Indonesian raw denim brand that has some of the craziest, most sick fades that I've ever seen. For some reason, everybody in Indonesia has a crazy pair of Old World Blue Co. jeans, at least in the raw denim community. It feels like this is the end all be all when it comes to Indonesian raw denim. Old Blue Co. just makes incredible jeans, a lovely color, and they're a great company to support. Left Field NYC, a 100% made in America raw Selvedge denim jean. I love the brand because they've been a mainstay in my wardrobe literally since I was in high school. I know the owner, he is fantastic, and what I love about him is even though he might use fabrics from other countries like India, Thailand, Japan, all different types of places, even American fabrics, they are all made here in the United States with American labor, paying fair American wages, and for a jean that is made in America like this, they're honestly very reasonable, super duper reasonable. Another brand that I really like is Seven Titans. Seven Titans is on a mission to create the 100% made in America jean with made in America printing, made in America rivets, made in America buttons, made in America thread, made in America fabric, made in America dyes. All of these things Seven Titans does bring about in their raw Selvedge denim, and they are trying to continue that mission with their raw Selvedge denim jeans. I love them, they're fantastic. They're a little pricey, yes, but because it is all American denim. Probably the only all-American denim literally in the world left at all. And with that, there are so many other brands that I could recommend, but again, this video is super long and I'm also super late for work, so I have to get going, but I'm gonna link some more in the description, as well as, like I said, all the other stuff that I was talking about throughout the video, measurement guides, other people's videos, some of the best stores to shop at. But these are the things that I recommend that you guys take note of when buying your first pair of raw Selvedge denim jeans. But anyways, guys, I really hope that this helped out a lot of you, and for all of my seasoned raw denim heads who watch the channel, definitely let me know if I missed anything. You never know who you're gonna help out in the comments. And you know, I just want to be able to spread the love and make it easy for any heritage American style appreciator or aficionado to join the community with us, because it's been so much fun these past couple of years. Thank you guys so much for watching, and with that being said, I'll see you next week.
皆様こんにちは。僕の名前はアレハンドロ・ジョマルですよ。生ジーンズとメンズファッション YouTuber ですよ。最近私の初めて日本の旅行をしました。私の日本語文法と言葉にごめんなさい。僕が日本語の初心者ですよ。 On my first trip ever to Japan, I embarked on a journey to showcase the excellence of craftsmanship of Japanese artisans and the overall state of what is Japanese men's fashion, and I was saddened to learn that it wasn't everything that I thought it was. The sad truth is what happened in America is also happening to Japan, and I don't think that's something that I can live with. With the combination of Japanese brands starting to offshore manufacturing to other countries and no longer nurturing their own manufacturing scene, as well as now new US imposed tariffs on gifts and small goods under $800. Basically, that means anytime you purchase something from Japan, you're going to experience and incur a lot of customs fees, and that's not just the end consumer, but that's also the brands in general or the retailers that sell these brands. It has been my mission to spread love to a country that treated me like family when I was over there, and while I was over there, I actually interviewed a ton of Japanese men's fashion professionals and even visited a raw denim factory. And I compiled it all together in this hour-long documentary that I'm so excited to share with you guys. So with that, guys, welcome to Saving Selvedge. 皆様全部ありがとうございました。